stop. Very nice. Very nice. Now, did you see a change?
Total.
Yep.
Much softer and much more fluid.
Oh yeah, and his turns got so much softer.
Yes.
And he started to actually listen to my legs so that I wasn't having to use my hands to correct him in terms of going left and right. You know, that he would start to bump into a leg and go, okay, I need to do this. And whereas before, he'd go through the leg and I'd have to, you know, hit him fairly hard to get him to come back, and then he'd bounce off in that direction. It's like pinball, right? And this time, the last 2 or 3 of them, you know, it was just a light touch in each direction, wasn't it? So that's what you want to get to, is where you're riding him with your seat and your legs, and your reins are always the last thing. And if you can, you want to keep them as a barrier, not as something that pulls on him. Which I couldn't at the beginning. I had to pull on him because he wasn't listening to me. But by the end, it was working pretty well. Good job.
So definitely the seat work and the less hands, the keeping the seat moving in those turns.
Right.
And, you know, he just got much more fluid and much softer.
Yes, he did. Okay. It's important for you to record what you're feeling right now and seeing, so that when you watch this again, you can replay that, and then when you do it, you'll have that your voice in your head instead of my voice.
Okay. And definitely like the opening the toe. I did it on Mystic once,
Right.
but I don't think I had transferred that. But I really felt that today, and my balance in that and the opposite hip.
You can see that when you do that, can you see it shifts your weight away from his shoulder?
Totally.
And by doing that, he can then lift the shoulder over. If you're sitting like this, he can't, you know, because you're weighting that shoulder, and it makes it harder for him to do it.
And that's exactly what was happening on the trail.
Well, and if you're having to quarrel with him with your reins, I mean, in order to be effective, because he's strong, you have to have short reins, and I'm leaning forward, I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I were back here, I'd have no control over him. But that's not the seat that you want in order to have fluid riding. I want him to walk straight through here as opposed to tipping his nose in. So every time his nose thinks about tipping in, this leg is going to close. Every time he goes back to straight, I go back to neutral. At the same time, this rein, both my reins will be very short. The only one I probably will need to use is this one. But if his nose tips in, this leg closes, and this rein probably does this with my hand. So it takes it from a loose rein to having contact. So if he tries to move over there, he's pulling against the outside rein, and he's pushing against the inside leg. And when he gets to the end, what I want him to do is just what he's been doing here, is go straight and then stop. And then we're going to hang out at the other end. So probably the best place to look at that is from behind, so you can see my leg and my hand, and you can see his nose.
Okay, so try to film you from behind.
Or in front, either way, but I think you need to, it's harder to see, I think, from the side. Legs are soft, horse is straight, walking straight, no problem. Left leg, right hand. No pressure nowhere. No pressure nowhere, no pressure nowhere, no pressure nowhere. Get out of the way so you can go into the fence line. No, 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 and whoa. Good job. Very nice. Very nice. Now this would have been much harder if we had not done the serpentines, because we had all those discussions about no, you stop and land straight. And so this time he still thought he should turn, but he didn't fight me as much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Very nice. He looked pretty damn good at that, didn't he?
Yes. Okay. show me what you're doing with the reins to make him run into them.
Okay, again, because I know he has a tendency to pull, I'm riding with a forward tilt in my body. And the reason I want to do that is that if he pulls, I want to be able to lock my arm and, if necessary, brace myself against here to stop him from being able to get away from me. So if I'm doing a circle around you, doing a circle around Mom, I'm not going to set him up to fail. Can you see that there is that light touch there?
Yep.
My fingers are closing when he's not listening.
Yep.
I can't force it. That was wonderful.
Okay.
That was so much better than he was when I first got on him, you know, and he was jerking his head to the other side. He's not, is he? He's just not doing it. Now we're heading to the right there, so let's try a left-hand circle and see how that works. That worked. That was beautiful. I think I might have closed my fingers 4 times.
Okay.
The rest of that circle was all off of seat and legs.
Okay.
And he was not paying attention to your seat and legs when you were riding. So he's been ridden largely off his face instead of off your butt and your legs. But he's learning fast. And you can tell the serpentine exercise and the pause where he was straight in the fence. He's going, why the hell am I standing here? This is so stupid. You know, it is stupid. But it helped him, didn't it? We're going to try one more time. We're going to do a circle here. My legs and my seat. So I'm looking at his left ear. That's where I'm looking. My weight's in my right hip. I had to touch there. Whoa. I mean, he did that circle 90% just off of my butt and legs. He did not require me to steer his head. I had to close it a couple of times. Yeah, okay. I think it's time we got your mom back on you. Start into your left-hand turn. Shift your weight back first. Shift. Good. Now, open. Close. Ask for that touch. He says, what the heck? It's okay. And hands go forward to get him to walk forward. Good. Shift your weight to your left hip. Touch, touch, touch. Aim at your pole, find it, and go straight to it. You care about forward motion. Keep those hips moving, keep him going forward. You care about forward, 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 stop. Keep the nose straight. And drop it and tell him he's perfect. And I try for more impulsion with your butt. Think Christmas. Good. Nice. Good straight. Excellent straight. Keep looking at, yeah, keep going. Lovely. Now, particularly focus harder and a little bit of left leg. Good, good, good. Left leg. And stop. Awesome. And rotate those hips around. You can do it. You can do it. I have confidence in you. Go. There, you can do it. Knew it. Walk on. Make sure you're nice and fluid so he stays nice and fluid. A little bit of right leg there. There you go. Fluid seat, fluid hands. Let those hands move with your horse. Because he's got quite a bit of head motion. A little bit of right leg. And don't take him all the way in the corner. There's too much stone. Too much stone. Stop soon. Perfect.